We're live. It is June 1st today, 2025, and we had a kind of a busy morning, besides drinking our lattes. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. It's not going to be a long live stream. The B&B guests have left in one of the accommodations, and these ones are out and about. The upper B&B guests actually went for a swim, they said this morning, across the street, the ocean. They went yesterday too, which is cool. It's nice when people take advantage of the nice ocean here. Definitely cooler at this time of the year, the ocean water, but still nice to take a cool water dip. So we're down in the kind of the mid, I call it the jungle garden. And this is in front of Magnolia Pedal accommodation. This is the lower accommodation. I don't know if you can see that right here. And we'll go down to the lower sun deck, and we'll show you how the tree fern's doing, the Tasmanian tree fern. It's pretty awesome. And then Wendy and I are going to go for a walk beside the ocean, take the dog for a walk. There's the Tassie tree fern. Let me get my reading glasses on here. It's sunny out, so I have the sunglasses on. So there it is. There's the Tasmanian tree fern today, June 1st, the Dicksonia antarctica. Isn't that a beauty? So yesterday, Wendy had her she shed tour, and she had a lot of people come through the garden. It was supposed to start at 10. People started coming through at 9 a.m. We actually had a parking attendant out there. It was so busy. And she made some pretty good coin yesterday. People paid $25 to get into it. It's called, for good cause, Circle of Education. It raises money for kids, I guess, their education. And yeah, a lot of people came through. And it was a steady stream of people all day. A lot of people, hey, hello, Susan. How's it going? Susan Sawatsky. Good to see you in there. Yeah, a lot of people came through. A lot of people wanted to see the garden, but Wendy said no garden tours yesterday because I had to help her out. And so I did my part. I helped her out at the she shed tour, and people loved her little she shed. So anyway, done every year. No, it was the second she shed tour actually on Salt Spring Island. The first one was in 2018, and we were in it. We were part of it, and they asked us to be part of it again. So Wendy was in the she shed tour again. Oh my God, look at that. There we go. Yeah, Wendy was part in it again. She loved it. So there's the big female palm right here with beautiful flowers on it. You can see her up here. Look at that. Isn't that a beauty? It's a really nice warm morning up here on the Gulf Islands. Not so, not cooking hot. It's probably right now, I'm going to say, for my American viewers, about 65 degrees, something like that, and rising. It is still, I think it's still morning here. Time is it? I can't see the time on this thing, but I think it's still morning. I think it's just before noon Pacific time. So anyway, there is the, well, we'll go underneath. Looks more tropical when you do that. Look at that. There we are. And yeah, we are on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific here. So off the 48 degrees north latitude, you take a ferry. There's a ferry terminal to get to our islands about, I guess, 15, 20 miles south of Vancouver, maybe 20 miles, 12:21. Is it 12:21 already? Holy smokers. So 12:21 Pacific time. And yeah, so you take that ferry from Tsawwassen, a coastal town south of Vancouver, and it's usually a 3-hour ferry ride because it stops at Galiano Island. People get on and off. Then Main Island, then Pender Island, and then Salt Spring Island, where we live, is the farthest southwest. So, but if you get a direct ferry, if you're very lucky, it's an hour and a half direct, but not often you can get a direct ferry. And the thing is, you always have to make a reservation. But yeah, Wendy's been pretty busy with the B&B. 2 B&Bs here, so that keeps her very, very busy. That's her job here, and besides doing her art, right? She's at the Saturday market every weekend, but yesterday she was here selling her products, right? Her artsy things, art cards, paintings. Her daughter does beeswax candles, and then Wendy had her friend Tina Spalding over selling her pottery. She's a potter. So there was a lot of stuff and lots of cookies, baked goods and stuff like that. Wendy baked a whole bunch of stuff. So it actually turned out pretty good. Really good day. And you know what? Most people were okay with the rain. Pretty much everybody I talked to is, yeah, it's okay. It's just rain. It's not going to melt. And they are gardeners, so appreciate it for their gardens. So here's the trunk on the Tasmanian tree fern. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. That is a beauty, isn't it? Planted over 31 years ago. This is a pretty old fern. So Yeah, she did really good. So I'm sure they'll ask her in another one if we're still here. I mean, if we haven't sold our place by then, you know, if we haven't sold this place by then she'll be in another one for sure. But I don't know if they're going to have one next year. And if we do sell this place, people ask, well, where are you going to move to? We'd move to Vancouver Island. Somewhere in Vancouver Island, looking at, Cowichan Bay, Maple Bay, Chemainus, maybe even Mill Bay, something like that, but near the ocean. Look at this bird of paradise. These are going to be amazing flowers. The lady that gave me this just actually passed away in February. So one of my best friends' mom. And I saw him the other day and I said, how's your mom doing? Oh, she passed away in February, but she gave me this bird of paradise about 25 years ago. And there's another flower spike coming out there. But anyway, we're going to have two birds on the Strelitzia regia, right? So let's go up this way. The signal might crap out a little bit because I'm getting a little bit farther from the Starlink. Not yet, but we're thinking on doing it very soon. We're thinking on we want to downsize, right? We got a pretty good chunk of property here. And we figured, as we get older, it's probably better to do it now. Like, do you want to do it when we're 85 or do we want to do it when I'm 61? So I'm 61 right now. Wendy's 65. She just turned 65 in December. So better to be proactive. I would miss this place. I've been here I've been here since the early 1990s, 30 odd years, right? My kids were raised here. And yeah, it's a beautiful place. Like with two accommodations, it brings in an income. I do have a palm nursery too. So I think next week, the real estate lady's coming. I think next Thursday or Wednesday, it's going to be through McDonald Realty. And we're not in a hurry to sell, that's for sure, because we love this place so much. And so many people know about this garden on this island, through social media and of course garden tours. I've had at least 20 garden tours or more here over the years, but it will be listed with McDonald Realty on Salt Spring Island. So look for the listing. And like I say, that's Magnolia Petal Suite right there, accommodation. And then we have another one at the other end of the property. And you know what's nice? When the B&B guests stay here, you never have to see them. You can check them in, but you never have to see them after that. They got their own private sun deck down here. They got their own driveway. We have 3 driveways here, parking lots. One there, and then they got another one in front of the other one up there, which is perfect. So, and then we have our sun deck out back, which is super private. So we're going to go walk through to the back sun deck right now and see if I can hold a signal. What do you think of that tiki head? Isn't that pretty cool? Nice sword fern growing out of there. And here's some other tree ferns. This is a Australian tree fern. That's Cyathea cooperi. Yeah, check out McDonald Realty for Salt Spring Island. Just keep your eyes peeled there, Susan. And you will see our listing pop up in there. Because you know what? We figured we better do it. And it's going to be an awful thing. I'll probably cry when I leave this place because when I bought this place, it was a bare slate. Nothing. I looked at it. It's like when an artist has a bare canvas and then we created this. Wendy came into the picture 13 years ago. And she started bringing stuff too and planting lots of stuff and adding to the landscape. So it's a pretty cool landscape. It's very low maintenance. There's no lawn to cut. It is a jungle garden. This is a jungle. That's what you call this style of garden, a jungle garden. Sometimes you just have to clip stuff back, but there's no weeding. We don't do any weeding. No lawn mowing. I do like to weed eat the boulevard maybe about once a month, something like that. But that slows down in the summer months. But yeah, all these palms have been here a long time and they're very, very happy. A bunch of them are blooming right now. There's a female right there. That one's got spathes coming out, going to come into bloom with native Indian plum growing beside it. And it's just very wild-like. It's a very wild-like garden. And that's our style of garden. It's not manicured like a city garden, but it looks like it's something you would see in the wild, right? And it all kind of just flows together. And it never gets muddy here because it's a deep ravine. It's really beautiful, moist down there, different kind of climate zone. But forest, there are tens of thousands of palm trees growing because I've been spreading seed down there for years. There's a beautiful grove of bamboo, Fargesia robusta. There's a giant bald cypress tree, the ones that you see in Louisiana in the swamps. And there's also a grove of beautiful Petasites japonicus giganteus. You'd have to see it to actually believe it, right? So sometimes the videos don't do it any justice. Okay, so my signal might crap out a little bit, but it's going to pick up. Going to pick up. So whoever buys this place, I hope they really appreciate this type of garden. I really do. Because it is a very special garden. This is not any garden. This is not just your regular, this is like a botanical garden. It is a botanical garden, isn't it? It is a botanical garden.
Peaceful,
It's peaceful here.
tranquil courtyard.
Oh, it's quiet.
Garden where you can move around the garden and sit in different spots. It's absolutely lovely.
No neighbors to
It's
bother
very
you.
magical. See, I use different words to
Yeah,
describe
she's
it.
magical.
It's botanical, magic. Just
And you know what?
zen.
900, about 900 feet from the Pacific Ocean. You just walk across the street. You go out the lower driveway, go walk down the hill, just about, maybe 150 footsteps or so, and you go across the street, and there's a beach access.
We have
Oh yeah,
ravens,
eagles
we have
everywhere,
owls,
lots of deer. There's lots of wildlife here.
I mean, our guests that were just here
Yeah.
walked. Just the beach is right here.
Yeah, they went swimming. That's what I was saying. The guests from they moved here from
There's an
Ireland.
awesome farm stand.
Oh yeah, there's a beautiful farm stand right out, just basically out our driveway there. It's like it's an amazing farm stand, North End Farm. So if you're ever on Salt Spring Island, you check it out. Yes, and we have our own well here, so you're not paying city water, right? We have our own mineral water from the well, right? And so anyway, there's a Trachycarpus fortunei in bloom, a male, way up there. And then there's another one. Remember with palm trees, never cut off green healthy fronds, okay? So these are green healthy fronds, and I tell people that. It's actually hard on the palm when you start trimming off all the fronds because it's actually food for the plant. So if a palm tree has a dead frond on it, it's all brown and ucky, you can cut it off. Some people prefer to see the trunks. Myself, Wendy and I like the jungle look, so you see these nice thick fronds. There's a cluster of them in here. Palm trees will never damage foundations, pipes, or sidewalks or driveways, okay? They have tiny little roots. So you can have these things right up against the house. There's so many palms in here. And you know the nice thing about palm trees? They look good year round. I'm going to show you what Wendy looks at through the window here, through the kitchen window. So her hydrangeas are going to bloom soon. This part of the garden's irrigated. It's got 1/2-inch irrigation around there. I use a lot of stuff blooming. There's her she shed way over there. She shed is super cool. You see that? You see that she shed? Right there, there's her little she shed. We are all experienced. We are well. Oh yeah, then you're great, man. If you're experienced with palm trees, good. Because some people haven't got a clue about palm trees. They are in the grass and lily family. They don't have secondary xylem like a tree. So if you damage the trunk, it's not very good for them. But anyway, so we're going to go into the, oh, there's the females, flowers coming out. Look at that. See, now they're opening. See that? So that's going to be, each one of these little flowers when it opens up, going to get pollinated by the male, and they're going to be seeds. And there's a spath on that side with flowers, and then there's another one over there that's blooming. So we like palmy people. Okay, so here's the back sun deck. It's brand new. Wendy and I built the railing, and our friend, he's a builder. He built the deck, and we had a little bit of a slight slope on this deck because we were thinking maybe put a sauna underneath. So we wanted it kind of roof-like if we ever decided to really put something on top like a skin, and then the water would run off. So that's why we have it. It's a little bit more sloped than red, but it's nice. It's really well built, all locally milled cedar underneath. And this is all treated. So, and then we used rebar. Wendy's idea is like, let's use rebar. So we used rebar and we built that railing ourselves. So we'll look down into the back. I'm going to spin this around. Yeah, thanks, Susan. I appreciate you tuning in. It is,
B&B check-in. Did you take that flower pot up there?
Yeah, it's up there.
Okay, thanks.
Wendy's getting ready for the next check-in. So it's pretty crazy. It's a very, very unique piece of property here, and it is in a microclimate. So I'll spin that around. So I'm going to show you something here. Loquat Eurobotra japonica. Oh, it looks like there's caterpillars on it, eating that one leaf, just the one leaf. Those buggers. Look at the figs coming. They're actually getting really nice. Lots of figs. You can pick these right off the sun deck. And then here, I mean, this is a forest of fatsia trees. These are big trees. And low maintenance. You don't do anything down there. You just kind of enjoy the view. If you want to go down there, you can walk through the trails, but we don't bother. We just kind of look at it. And there's the living room window there. And then looking down into the back, there's the bald cypress there. So you got that, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay, there we go. There's a beautiful grove of Fargesia robusta bamboo. It kind of reminds me of foxtails, right? And the Wadishia bifera cata palm, tropical one. There is a beautiful bald cypress or pond cypress I planted 30 years ago at least. when it was a little 1-gallon plant. And I should have bought more of them, but anyway, that one now is producing these. And that's the ones you see growing in the swamps of Louisiana. That's growing in a, well, which used to be a pond. It's still kind of a pond, but a lot of sediment came in there, but it's always wet. Lots of water irises. And then beside it, I don't know if you can see, there's a huge grove of Petasites japonicus. It's hard to see. It's hard to see from here. You can see the videos. And I think, Susan, you've probably seen the videos. But anyway, and then I got a weather station down there. Stevenson screen. Somebody says, well, is that a bee house? I go, no, that's Stevenson screen weather box, right? It's kind of hard to see. Can you see it right there? That little box right there it is. It's kind of hiding behind the bamboo. Lots of bamboo and tons of palm trees down here. There's olives, olive tree, lots of palms. And it's mixed in with native stuff too, because we do like the native stuff. Beautiful native dogwood right there. That is absolutely gorgeous. When it blooms and the B&B guests are sitting out on that deck, it's just covered with flowers. And then we got strawberry trees there. And there's a beautiful China fir down there. And then, of course, a snow gum eucalyptus, which is one of my favorite. It always looks so nice. You know, just absolutely beautiful. They do flower too. And more figs here. The deck's really big. Wendy had it expanded. It's only a year old. She had it made way bigger. And then there's more palms over here. Beautiful Trachycarpus palms. And you know, oh, there's a Guatemalan cherry that's evergreen. Look at the flowers on that. Apple tree. We do have fruit trees here too. There's lots of phlox coming in there. There's teasel. And you name it, it's growing. So like I say, kind of botanical, right? Oh, super cool, besides those black petunias, is that plant right there. And I did shoot a video of it earlier. Look at that. A gold ball butterfly bush right there. Super fragrant, sweet like honey right there. Absolutely gorgeous. So that's a gold ball butterfly bush, Buddleia. And then you got this cool little radio shack, which I'm going to totally miss. Take my antenna with me when we go. That's my little radio shack. It's fully insulated. And that's a garden shed beside it. And Wendy actually had that as her art painting room. But because I make so much noise with my radio stuff in the house, she kicked me out and put me into the radio shack a couple of years ago. So yeah, this is it. This is kind of like a courtyard. And we use pea gravel in here. There's no grass to cut. It's very low maintenance in here. And look at that beautiful Sambucus blooming right there. Isn't that nice? Look at that.
Garden tour at the end of June.
End of June, yeah. Wendy's thinking on doing an garden tour.
Yeah. June.
Lots of water from the well. Oh yeah, about 3 gallons a minute. Put it this